This is a quick video to show you how to find the RM Partners reports on SystmOne so that you can identify smokers to send the signposting message to direct them to the Stop Smoking London website. And you can do this all through SystmOne using Communications Annexe. So if we start by going to Reporting, going to Clinical Reporting, and if you go down, you can go to the Ealing Borough North West London ICB folder and open that up. And if you go further down, you can see a folder that says RM Partners, so you can open that up. And here we have one that says smoking status excluding palliative care. So if you look on that folder, I tend to run the whole folder, so you can just highlight all the reports and then click run. But you could just click and run the top report. So let's leave that running. Okay, so if we click on the top report, which is the one that we're interested in, so smoking status, smokers over the age of 40, excluding palliative care patients. And now if we want to show the patients in that report, so we click on the magnifying glass icon. Now for the purpose of this video, I've redacted all the patients' names, so you can't see them obviously, but you would have all your patients listed here. And so in this practice, they've got 488 patients. Now in SystmOne, you can only send messages in batches of 250 at a time. So if we highlight all of them on this first page, so we highlight all of them. Now if you go to the right, you can see the Communication Annexe box here. So let's use the Communication Annexe to send the messages. And if we look at here, you've got options for presets. So if you click on presets here, and if you type in Stop Smoking London, you will find this message here, and it's the smoking cessation, Stop Smoking London, open brackets, Ealing. So if we click on that, and it's already given you the message that you need to send. So it's asking you to send this message that says, "Dear so-and-so," the first name of the patient. Quitting smoking isn't easy, but it can help reduce your cancer risk. If you smoke, you can get free help and support here. And it gives a link to the Stop Smoking London page. Or search Stop Smoking London. Was this helpful? Let us know. And it gives a link to a feedback form. Now, here you have, it auto-mail merges your name and the organisational name. You can tweak this to suit your particular needs. It may be fine as it is. For this particular practice, they probably would prefer slight tweaking of their name. Now, one thing I would say is that it's really important to put some sort of staff member's name and the organisational name. Patients are more likely to respond if they feel it's personalised. If it seems like a faceless organisation, and they may just ignore it. But when it feels like you have made a real effort as an individual staff member. Now, remember, you could use a GP partner's name. It doesn't have to be the person who's actually sending the message. It could be someone in the organisation who thinks a clinical lead, particularly in smoking or whatever suits your practice. But do put a staff name in here. And remember to put your organisational name. Don't assume the patient knows where this text message is coming from. When it lands on their phone, often there could be other NHS organisations that land in the same conversation on their phone on that particular sort of address or phone number that it seems to be coming from. Often this is going to be saying NHS no reply as a text message. So it's really important to put your organisational name in here. And at the bottom, it shows that this text message will be sent in 2 fragments. So it uses 2 fragments to send it. So if you're thinking about the impact on this. And once you've tweaked the preset messages to suit your practice, just click on send. It's telling me at the moment, do I want to send it now because it's outside our organisation hours. Now, hopefully when you're doing this video, when you're doing this for your practice, you're doing it at a time. And actually, I'm just sending this literally just before 8 o'clock. I think it's going to be fine. So I'm going to click continue. And it's going to send those messages. So it sent those messages, and it's just given us a report of 244 messages were sent and 6 patients, and again I've blurred it for the purpose of this video, they couldn't send the message because the mobile number had not been the mobile number was missing in that patient's record. So if we click on OK, now if we go to the next page, so again, second page of patients, so second of 2 pages, again, let's select all the patients here, and again, we're going to Communications Annexe, and again, we're going to Preset. It's already remembered that we just last searched for Stop Smoking London, so you can just click Search again. Again, you've got the Smoking Cessation Stop Smoking London e-mail message, so let's click on that. One thing I just want to highlight this time around is remember that when you're using the preset message on SystmOne that I've created for you in the Communications Annexe, it's putting in the correct code. The signposting for smoking cessation service code, that would be put in the patient's record. Now, remember from that last report when we had 6 patients that it couldn't send a message to, it won't put the code in if it can't send that message to that patient. So you can still track the ones that didn't get this message. And also remember that we're showing you how to send it by SMS, but if you look at this top box here, you can drop it, you can send it via email, you can send it by to the AirMid app as a notification. That's the obviously the SystmOne app called AirMid, and soon you should see that there's an option that we're saying send by NHS app message, because that's almost at the release stage with SystmOne, so you can send it through that. And it might be that, if you run this report in the future, you're picking up the patients that didn't get it by SMS, you could maybe try sending it by email to them, or in the future NHS app message. So just a tip there. So again, I'm just going to tweak this sign-off message, so again to suit this particular practice. Sorry. So here we go, and again I'm going to click send. You saw that last time I said it outside of organisation time, and I was actually happy with that. You may have activated the functionality to delay send, so if you wanted to send it at a particular time, you can click delay here and choose the time that you want, but I'm absolutely fine about sending it just before 8 AM, so I'm just going to carry on. So let's click on send. Again, I'm going to say continue. And it's been sent. Again, it sent 232 messages, and it's got 5 patients that it couldn't send a message to because there's no mobile number. And there's 1 patient who explicitly had said they're dissented to receiving SMS. So if we click OK, and that's it, we've done. We have sent the message to that cohort. Remember though, what I did say at the end, that the patients that didn't get the message because they didn't either have a mobile number or they're dissented, you may want to redo the report. Remember that it is added in the signposting code to the patients that did get a message. So when the report excludes patients with that code, then you will find a patient that still haven't received the message that you may need to approach through a different way. Okay, thank you.